Hey Foss, how's it going? Oh God, it's absolutely crazy to think it's been close to a year now since we lost you, around middle of last year. Um, it's ultimately been a pretty weird and up and down 10 months or so, to say the least. But I'm forever grateful for the years and the time we had together, the 17 years or so we had. You're one of my best mates.
While Dad's passing is not a surprise, it seems there is no real preparation in the end that makes any difference for me. To me, my dad has been an impossibly biased and adoring cheerleader all my life. He placed Paul and I and those we loved into a category he thought perfect, even though we gave him 1,000 reasons to challenge that thinking.
Claude Joseph Byron was born in 1937 in Hong Kong, the firstborn son of Claude and Mary Byron. Dad's life in those first years was quite dramatic, as he lived in a period that he saw the outbreak of World War II. Like most civilians living in Hong Kong at that time, Claude Sr. was made a prisoner of war and served as a POW in Stanley Prison, where he remained until the end of 1945. After the war ended, the family were repatriated to the UK. They stayed with their grandmother Byron in Liverpool until they were eventually reunited with Claude Sr. upon his return from the war. The family returned to Hong Kong to complete Claude Sr.'s term of duty in 1947 until 1950, when the family came to Sydney, then sailed to Fremantle on a P&O liner. They settled in Highgate before moving to Bedford Park to make their family home. Claude was enrolled in Aquinas in the third term in 1950, and he spent the next 3 years studying until he graduated in 1954. After school finished, Claude enrolled to study pharmacy. On completion of his studies, he worked in the city for a while before moving to Katanning, and for 6 months, and then on to Geraldton. During this time, Claude's mother passed away, so the decision was made to return to the family home to look after his father and his younger brother Ray. During that time, Dad met Margaret, with whom he quickly fell in love and identified her as a lifelong partner. That was in 1965, and they have now been married for 54 years. Fatherhood was the next chapter in Dad's life that took a whole new meaning. I think the best way to describe Dad as a father is to list a few of the key words that come to mind when I think of him. Kind, gentle, always generous, great sense of humour, constant laughter, trust. Dad always made us feel safe and secure, always shared his wisdom, and always made me feel loved.
I used to resist that pedestal growing up. It felt like pressure or a reason to think twice before breaking the odd rule. As I grew older, it felt naive, like the world itself would never see us that way. Now at 50, with nearly grown children of my own, I can better appreciate the sense of shelter, optimism, and pure love he sought to wrap us up in every day since the day we were born.
As a local pharmacist in Adelaide for over 30 years, he was very well known in the community. Let's face it, there weren't too many Claudes in life, so it was easy to remember.
He was Claude Byron from Byron's Pharmacy on Canning Highway. He was a man of character, known and loved in the community. He was always warm, welcoming, and quick-witted. He knew everyone in the neighbourhood, young and old.
With the introduction of both David and Rose into the family, Dad's love only grew to include both of our partners into the fold.
He was a big personality, and the thing I remember about him, it was impossible to be in his presence and not smile.
The next chapter of Dad's life, which I clearly think was one of his favourites, was when he became a grandfather with the birth of Grace, followed by Charlie and Eliza. Each of the grandchildren became the most important people in his life.
One of my fondest memories of Papa was when I was in 5th grade and he came to watch me play soccer. Now, I hated soccer, and frankly, I sucked at it. Well, as it happened that day that he came to watch, I scored a goal. In my 5 or 6 years of playing soccer, that was probably the only goal I ever scored. The Papa I knew didn't know that I sucked at soccer. In fact, every time I saw him, he asked about soccer, and I think he was genuinely surprised that I was not in the Women's World Cup. He always saw the positive and thought the best of his grandchildren. His love and support was unconditional. His grandchildren were better than perfect.
I think ultimately you're a huge factor in my life, and someone I always really idolised growing up. The memories, memories we shared, I'll have them forever. And I think you had everything. That's the best gift you can leave behind for someone, and you've definitely done that for me, which was just absolutely wicked. To remember you seeing me play well in footy, bad in footy, make a few runs, make not a lot of runs, take some wickets, not take wickets. All that was just unbelievable. To always have you by my side, it really was something I never took for granted, and it was something that was just an unbelievable experience to have you by my side.
Papa was an amazing person. He always knew how to make us smile. He was funny, he was silly, and he was so enthusiastic. He thought us grandchildren were superheroes at everything. His encouragement and enthusiasm was contagious.
Robert Louis Stevenson said, "You judge a man not by what he has, but what he leaves behind." Claude has made an impact in his time with his amazing children, grandchildren, and friends that he has collected over the years.
Dad had many great memories from his days as a student at Aquinas, along with ongoing association with the older Quinians. True friends for life, he loved and treasured them all clearly, often touring with the old boys and their wives, filling the journey with great laughter and stories which seemed to be embellished year on year. Wherever you went in life, you always created great memories.
I know he was proud of the people Paul and Julia had become, and they were also proud to call him Dad.
Dad, as a friend, you're always true, loyal, respectful and caring. As a husband, we could see the love and respect that you had for Mum, and the relationship that you both had was amazing to watch. 54 years of marriage is to be respected and sums you up. As a father, you were the best.
Practical and pragmatic was often lacking with my dad. Love, humour, energy, kindness, curiosity, loyalty, and community were what unleashed his spirit the most.
As a grandfather, you rocked.
Even today, I think of Papa and it makes me smile. I'm proud to have had him in my life. I love him and miss him.
I love you, Papa.
I miss you every day, but every day I feel like I'm closer to you. Every day I try to emulate what you did for your 80 or so years on this planet. And every day I miss you. I think about you every day, but ultimately it is what it is. And I'm glad I got as much time with you as I did.
He inspires me to be better. A better husband, a better father, a better friend, a better man.
As a mate, I will miss you forever. I love you, and I hope I can make you proud.
We will miss the warmth of your halo, Dad, more than you will ever know.
Thanks for everything, mate. Can't wait to see you again further down the line. But yeah, you mean absolutely everything to me. Truly one of my best mates. So, thanks a million, mate. Love you. Oh, and the C in her name's Claude, by the way. We got her in your memory. Yeah, she's got your eyes. Love you, mate.